Patrick, guess what came in the mail today?
Oh, what?
Beth.
Take it in!
What's good, Winner Circle? Welcome back to another video. What's good? Welcome to the second week of Finesse Fright Month. And I told y'all last video that I wasn't going to buy a new mask every week just because that costs money. But fuck it, my girlfriend said that it would be a good idea to kind of repurpose the costume that we did for the pirate date night thing. Meet Guala. Guala is going to be joining us today as we, his eye patch kind of, okay, there we go, Guala. You see tatted on the face, you know, he done changed his ways. He done changed his life. He ain't that thug shit no more, I'm telling you. But yeah, he gonna be joining us today as we explore r/Ouija board stories. If you don't know what r/ is Reddit stories, some crazy Ouija board stories. I feel like people should not be fucking with the Ouija board, but at the end of the day, people are stupid. Now, I don't know if I'm going to keep this damn eye patch on the whole time, y'all, because my eye, I don't know how people go around with one eye. You know, shout out to them, because boy. Story number 1. Ouija board experience. One night, me and my coworkers decided to play a Ouija board outside of work. We talked to a girl named Quinn, who said she was a demon. Okay. She seemed pretty cool. She seemed pretty cool till towards the end of talking to her. We decided we needed to head home because it was like 2 a.m. But she wouldn't let us say goodbye until we promised that if we ever use the Ouija board again, that we would talk to her. About a week later, the place where we worked caught on fire. Oh shit. So a few days after that, we go to the lake and use the Ouija board again and asked for Quinn. We asked if she started the fire and she told us that she did. Then it seemed like Quinn got scared or overpowered because the board started acting up, spelled Zozo. I swear I've seen that before. And started counting backwards. What the fuck? We quickly said goodbye and moved the planchette to goodbye. The planchette is the thing I didn't know what that was called. About 2 weeks later, I was driving to my friend's house. I should mention that the friend was a girl, and a girl I was seeing at the time, and she was cheating and using me. I did not know this at the time. I guess Quinn knew because she seemed mad, protecting and jealous when me and my friends mentioned this girl's name the first time we used the Ouija board. So on the way to her house, I hydroplaned and flipped my truck. Damn! I have to add, the Ouija board is in the truck. Why do you have the Ouija board in the truck? Some people driving down the road stopped to help get the door open, and I climbed up and out. When the cops arrived, they made sure I was okay and said they had to write me a ticket just because of the accident. That don't make sense. I don't have the ticket anymore because that happened about 4 years ago, but the address site of the accident was Route 666, Virginia. Why? What? That's literally the main reaction I be having about things, because it's just so insane to me. When you make a promise with a spirit, you better fucking keep it, okay? Because they clearly pissed Quinn off. He better be glad he survived that damn accident. And on Route 666, Virginia, Quinn was not playing with his ass. It's not funny, but you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Do not sit here. If you're going to take the route of playing with a Ouija board, which I suggest that you don't, make sure that you are prepared for whatever comes with talking to whatever. Because you don't get to pick what spirit you talk to. It's not going to be like your grandma or somebody coming down. It's whoever the fuck want to talk to you. I don't know if demons talk to Ouija boards. More than likely, probably, yeah. I don't know. I never played it, nor will I ever play it with a damn Ouija board. This individual, very foolish. I'm not gonna say stupid, but kind of stupid. Let's go to story number 2. Old story, still freaked out. When I was about 15, my friend was talking about a Ouija board and saying how it worked. I'll call her friend 1. I didn't think that shit like that existed. Hold on, I gotta take this damn eye patch off, y'all. I didn't think that shit like that existed. I heard stories and stuff, but I wasn't fully convinced. That's how I always start. Even though my whole life I was told not to mess with one by my religious family members. I didn't believe, and I was curious. That curiosity kills the fucking cat. So I suggested that we try one. One night, it ended up happening. I was with friend 1 and friend 2. I was so nervous that it would actually work. It was around 2 in the morning. We were in my dining room, which was basically just an extra room we didn't use. We had a dim light that dangled above the table. All 3 of us put our fingers on it and asked if anyone was there. It slowly started to move towards yes. Friend 2 took her finger off because she was scared, which kind of made me scared since she broke the rules. But I also thought it was all just a bunch of BS. We all asked each other, "Did you move it?" All of us said no. I felt chills go down my spine. We put our fingers on and kept playing. We asked it what his name was, and it said that it was friend 1's dead mom. Whoa! We all looked at each other. We asked how old it was, and it said the age my friend's mom would be. We figured it was just a spirit pretending to be her mom, because that's what they do when they want to get out, right? Then we just kept asking it questions that it wouldn't know, like how tall is this person? What color is this person's hair? How old is this person? We got every single one right. We started to get really freaked out, so we stopped. We said goodbye, but I'm not sure if it did. Every now and then, my 3 friends would play it. It was never all 4 of us, just me and 2 other friends, but they would alternate. It said some other really weird things. One time we were talking to a spirit and we asked what its name was, and it was just a bunch of jumbled letters. I don't know what that means. That was a demon. After a while, we stopped doing it. But after we did it, weird shit started happening at my house, like in the kitchen, which is right by the dining room. You would be in the fridge or something, and you could hear freshly washed silverware clinking together, even though no one was in there. Then me and a friend were trying to go to sleep. It was around 3 a.m. It was dead silent. Then we both hear a loud noise and look at each other because we can't distinguish what it is. It sounded like something dragging. Then it clicked. I knew exactly what it was. It was the dining room table. I knew because I moved it before, so I knew the sound it made. It was very distinct. It was a wooden table on the tile floor, so it makes this really loud and bumpy sound. Anyway, no one was in there when it happened. My mom was on the opposite side of the house. Our dogs were with us. So the only thing it could have been was a cat. And I don't think a cat could move this table. It was hard to move. And that happened twice. So yeah, that really freaked me out. I started to feel like I was being watched. And shit, I know one of my friends felt the same way. I woke up once to someone whispering my name in the middle of the night. Oh shit. I thought it was my mom trying to wake me up, so I went to her room. But she was sleeping, so I woke her up and asked if she was trying to wake me up. And she said no. I had her walk me back to my room so I could turn my lights on because I was so scared. I don't know. It was just a crazy experience. Does anyone have any feedback or explanations? Girl, you just explained it your damn self. You played with the Ouija board, and now you have a spirit that doesn't want to leave you alone. That is the explanation. You gonna have to do a cleanse or something on your crib, because like, why do people play with this damn thing? It's not a game. You know what I mean? The Ouija board is not a game. Some people use it to communicate with. Some people like communicating with spirits, believe it or not. Some people like just talking to random spirits, hearing their stories. Woo, woo, woo. But the thing about that, like I just told you all, you don't get to control who comes to you. You get a serial killer come to you, and they play on your emotions, psychologically, and next thing you know, you being haunted for the next 40 years. It could happen. Do not play with this damn thing. It's not a game. It's a tool, if anything. And you must be prepared, especially if you're just like, oh, like, we're just gonna have fun, and me and my friends are just gonna do something really, witty and, whatever the fuck. It's not worth it. It's not a game to play. Hell, go play checkers. Uno is an awesome game. I love Uno. Don't play with the fucking Ouija board, man. The hell is wrong with you? Scary first experience. Me and my friend were on a spooky kick. Scary movies, sleepover games, midnight rituals, just a bunch of stuff to freak us out. The ending of this was, of course, to play with a Ouija board. We bought it and then went over to her friend's house because she was house sitting and it was empty. We arrived, looked up rules, lit candles, and followed everything the internet said to do. At first, we weren't getting anything. We were both wishful, thinking, and we're okay. Fuck, come on, girl. At first, we weren't getting anything. I'm gonna put exactly what she said right here on the screen so y'all can, see why I'm fucking up. At first, we weren't getting anything. We were both wishful thinking, and were subconsciously moving it at first. It was going really slow and not making any sense. So we looked up what to do if nothing was working, and it said to take a break and come back to it, so that's what we did. When we came back, as soon as we did, the board started answering our questions. I am a former self-harmer and have a suicidal past and things like that. The first thing that alarmed me was that it said there were 13 entities in the room with us. I asked how many were bad, and it said 12 out of 13 were bad. Damn. The second thing it said was that it spelled out my last name. I kept asking what about it, and finally it answered that they liked me. I asked why, and it said, quote unquote, you bleed. Oh, fuck me. Wait a minute. I asked why, and it said, you bleed, which I instantly just knew they were talking about the self-harm, which was terrifying. So we stopped, said goodbye and everything, and took another break. We came back and I asked it if there was something that I should know. It proceeded to tell me a very huge secret that my friend was keeping from me. She tried to stop, and when she did it, it gave me even more details about what happened. We stopped then because neither of us could handle it anymore. We threw the board away in a McDonald's dumpster and tried to not think about it. About 2 weeks later, the board was back and in my friend's mom's back seat. No idea how it got there. My friend knew nothing of how it got there, and her mom didn't even know we did it because we would get in huge trouble. After playing with the board for about 2 weeks, after I constantly felt watched and this deep heavy feeling walking around in my house, I heard noises constantly. One time my phone glitched and distorted the voice on the other end, then shut off. A bang went off by my face one night that sounded like someone punching the wall as hard as they could, and hearing noises in the cupboard and opening it to find cups and bowls flipped over completely or on their sides. All of this went away though, and I rarely feel things, although sometimes that heavy feeling comes back. That is terrifying. You okay back there, Koala? You okay? Make sure I ain't back there, you know what I mean? Because what? I would be scared shitless. You understand? Shitless. You only had one, supposedly. I wouldn't even trust that information. They're saying like 12 out of the 13 spirits entities in the room were bad. I would say all y'all motherfuckers are. Spirits, not all spirits are inherently bad. But fuck, I'm not taking my chances with no random motherfuckers. I am not the ghost whisperer. I'm not here to help you move on to whatever. I'm not here to solve your problems. This is why I don't play with shit like that. You understand? Because this is nothing to play with. Okay? That is very scary. And for that Ouija board to show back up, they not done with your ass. You know what I mean? Now she's saying that, she still get a heavy feeling sometimes. That shit's never gonna leave you now. That motherfucker has that spirit, the entity, or at least one of them, has attached themselves to you because you want to play with the damn Ouija board just for shits and giggles, and now you stuck with something on you for the rest of your days. Oh my goodness, what the fuck? I'm gonna try to stop interrupting while I read them, but these are genuine reactions. I haven't read any of these stories, you guys, so these are genuine reactions. You feel me? This is not fake. Story number 4, creeped out. Okay, so tonight I tried the Ouija board for the first time with some friends who have been recently obsessing with it. Overall, they keep appearing to get through evil spirits that want to spell out quote unquote hell, etc. And they've had some real bad vibes. When I went to play, something a bit creepy happened, and I'm not sure if I'm overreacting, thinking it's evil or just coincidence. Anyways, we got talking to the spirit, asked it some basic questions, and found out it was a 15-year-old boy with a family and was a good spirit. I then asked if it had a pet. It said yes. So I asked if it was a dog. It said yes. I then asked it the name of its dog. It spelled out Oscar. That's my dog's name. How would it know this? Or is this it just trying to mess with me? My friend said that sometimes spirits come through to you because they have a connection or a similarity to you. Anyways, it made me instantly freak out, so I ended it straight away. Anybody care to shed some light on this? I'm never playing again, rest assured. Ha. Ha. Just taking it so lightly. Ha. That one isn't as bad. Like I said, like, you don't get to control what spirits come to you. Some of them, not all of them, are bad. So I think this one was a little bit more lighthearted. We needed that, y'all. We needed that winner circle, because what the fuck. You know, sometimes I believe that's true. Some spirits come to you because y'all might have a connection to a thing, or just maybe y'all are very similar in a lot of ways. I believe that's true. So that one wasn't as bad. You know, I still don't suggest you play the damn game. I don't care, because you cannot control this. And I feel like you'll get more bad and good, or some of them may try to fuck with you just because, like, they're bored. They have nothing else to do but fuck with you. This is the last one probably going to do, because this video getting kind of long. I don't want to drag this out, but it's the last story. Bored that won't go away with a bad ending. First off, this is not my Ouija experience. It's my ex-boyfriend's. A lot of things he told me were complete BS to make himself seem more interesting. But I fully believe what he told me about this experience with an Ouija board because of his reaction to the topic and how adamant he was that he never have anything to do with one again and have nothing to do with anyone who currently uses one if he found out. He believed in the paranormal pretty much all his life, since an encounter as a child. As a teenager, he was the typical quote-unquote badass. He did drugs, constantly in fights, new girl in his bed every other day, etc., etc. Here comes the stereotype. One Halloween, he and his friends were bored out of their minds. This was out in the country, so there really wasn't any wild parties going on. One of the guys found an old Ouija board that belonged to someone in his family, decided to make their own fun, and got a hold of some booze and took it and the board to the town's oldest cemetery. I can't remember the details, as I got him to spill all this late, around 3 to 4 a.m. one night while we were sitting on the porch drinking. But basically, they all gotten spooked, blaming each other for moving the planchette. I hope I'm saying that right. After leaving the cemetery, walking back to one of their houses, they decided to throw the board into some random person's trash can. A couple of days later, kid who found the board, I'm going to call him G from here on out, my ex J, and the other one M. Y'all got that winner circle? I'm going to call him G, the kid who found the board. J is her ex, and the one other guy, M, who was there. Called up the other two guys, my ex plus one more, on three-way, asking who the fuck went and got the board out of whoever's trash and put it in his room. J and M rushed over because they didn't believe G. They threw it out again and watched it be taken away by the dump truck. Again, a couple days later, the board showed back up, this time at M's house. Keep in mind, this was a very distinct, solid wood, handmade old board with intricate carvings. I guess they meant carvings. Carvings? Like, they probably should... Oh, carvings. No, they spelled it wrong. I'm right. My brain is right. They spelled it wrong. Intricate carvings. That's what they meant. They couldn't have just gone to the store and bought a Hasbro to fool the others. At this point, they're freaking out and gave it away to someone. A week went by this time, and they thought they finally got rid of it. Nope. This time, it showed up at Jay's house. His mom was the one who found it and flipped her shit about it. being in her house and her baby boy involved in that kind of stuff. She had her own bad experience. This time, they broke the board into pieces, buried it into ash, and buried the ashes in different places. They were finally free of it. But come to find out, M had gotten his own board and become obsessed with it. J and G noticed he started to become withdrawn, lost weight, and his eyes started to become sunken and haunted, as though he hadn't slept in weeks. This happened gradually. By a year later, M had become withdrawn into himself, so much that he didn't even talk to G and J anymore, and wouldn't give them a reason either. Then out of the blue, M three-way called J and G and told them what had been going on. Bad spirits were now in his house, in his mind, constantly taunting him, etc. A week later, he hung himself. If that doesn't convince you to not mess with these Ouija boards, I don't know what will. That is terrifying. I almost about to cry a little bit, because like, that's so messed up. Damn. Don't play with these Ouija boards. Like, seriously, on a serious note, we joke a lot on this channel, Winner Circle. I know we do, but hear me out when I say this. Those things are nothing to play with. Alright, it may seem cool because you see it on TV and the movies. That shit is nothing to play with, man. You end up inviting things into your crib that you don't intend to invite into your crib, and then they end up controlling you and fucking with you. You know what I mean? And then you don't feel like yourself. You end up losing yourself. You doing things based on what they want you to do, all because you decide to play a damn game something that you deem as a game that is not a game with your friends. Let's be smart here. Don't even buy one. As you can see, it's hard to get rid of. That is terrifying as hell. Alright, Winner Circle. That is it for today's video. Got me kind of spooked, I'm not gonna lie. But if you enjoyed, make sure you go down below, like, comment, subscribe. Also, join the Winner Circle. Why not? Go check out some other videos I got for y'all. I made a little couple playlists. You can go check out some other videos. And yeah, I love y'all, Winner Circle. I appreciate y'all, and I will catch y'all in the next video.